Rays win! Rays win!
Who would have thought that this is the situation that we are in and stuck with for the Tampa Bay Rays during the offseason? Tropicana Field is destroyed. And I didn't even plan on wearing this, but I kind of just realized it while looking into the camera. Rocking the Thunderdome shirt. Shout out to the Thunderdome. Shout out to the Trop. It's, you guys see like people are selling pieces of the Tropicana Field roof on eBay for like $2,000. Guys, as bad as you may want a piece of that Tropicana Field roof, please do not spend $2,000 or $3,000 on a piece of the roof. What are you guys doing? And to the people selling it and making profit on people's misfortune, what are you doing? Can't believe this situation that we're in. So it's pretty much confirmed that the Rays are not going to be playing at Tropicana Field in 2025. There is a 9-figure repair that it would take to fix the damage done by Hurricane Milton. And one, it's not even confirmed that the Rays are going to be making those repairs. And two, it is confirmed that even if they do make those repairs, it still won't be done by 2025. So the Rays have to find somewhere else to play their home games for the time being. And who knows for how long. Because if they're just going to say like, yeah, we're demolishing the stadium in 3 years anyways, so why would we spend 9 figures to repair the roof? Then the Rays will have to find a new home for the next 3 years, not just the next year. This is crazy. So guys, I'm going to go through some options. Please do not come at me. Please do not come at me. I'm just listing options. I'm listing capacities, some positives, some negatives about each one. You guys just, hopefully they're thought-provoking. Hopefully it leads you guys down a path to what you think is the best, but I'm just here to give you guys some options. And obviously I have favorites and not favorites as a fan. And obviously I have ones that I think are more ideal and more or less ideal when taking my fan hat off. So let's jump into it. I'll put it out there. I live on the Tampa side, and this would be amazing for me and the amount of games I'd be able to go to. I have Bucks season tickets, so it's literally right next to Raymond James Stadium, Steinbrenner Field. The location is pretty much perfect. I mean, that's why the Buccaneers are there. It is about as central as you can get for the Tampa Bay area. So, Wesley Chapel, New Tampa, everyone up there up north can come down. South Tampa, obviously it's just a drive up down Mabry. St. Pete, Clearwater, cross the bridge. Orlando, Lakeland, everywhere more inland. You're saving yourself 45 minutes by going to Tampa instead of having to go all the way to St. Pete. So the location is perfect. Does that mean it's a perfect option? No. The capacity is at 11,026, which, while small, that is a pretty good size for a minor league facility. Remember, this is a minor league facility we're talking about here, and looking at the rest of our options, it's a good size. So, size, check. Location, double check. But oh wait. It is owned by an American League East rival in the New York Yankees, obviously, hence the name Steinbrenner Field. Yeah. So the Tampa Bay Rays playing in a stadium where it says Yankees all over the place, the logo plastered all over the place. Oof. Trust me, I don't like it. It's gross, it's nasty, it's disgusting. But the Rays didn't choose to be in this situation, guys. And if Steinbrenner Field ends up being their best option and the Yankees work with the Rays and allow them to play there, it might end up being their best option. I mean, I see people all over social media like, it's embarrassing that the Rays would play there in a Yankees minor league ballpark and in a stadium where Yankees stuff is all over the place. It's embarrassing. They're in the same division. Guys, once again, the Rays didn't choose to be in this situation. They don't have many options, okay? If it's their best option, that's what the MLB decides. That's what the Rays decide. It's what they're stuck with. They're not choosing to play in a stadium with Yankee stuff all over the place. It's just kind of what they're stuck with. The next option we'll go over to is Al Lang Stadium. I wanted to throw this in there because it was built as a baseball stadium and it is in St. Pete. So for everyone that goes to Rays games, pretty much nothing changes. It's around the same area. It's on the water. It's a beautiful little ballpark or stadium, whatever we want to call it, field. And the issue is that it is home to the Tampa Bay Rowdies, an NASL soccer team. I'm not sure how the relationship would work with the soccer league and the MLB. I mean, will the soccer league adjust their schedule so that an MLB team could play there? And even if they do, it's a soccer field. And the Rays play baseball, which has and needs baseball clay. You can't play soccer on baseball clay. You can play football on baseball clay. We've seen the Athletics and the Raiders do it, but you can't play soccer on baseball clay. That just doesn't work. So that's the thing I wanted to put on there because of the location. It was built as a baseball field. It's a really nice, like I said, on the water for what it is. I just don't see how that is feasible. Number 3 might be one of their better options, and it is the first option that I'm giving that is outside of the Tampa Bay area. That is the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex in Orlando, Florida. So it is still in driving distance for Rays fans, and honestly it could be a nice opportunity for fans that are more inland, like I said earlier, those maybe Orlando, Lakeland, anyone over there, to get a chance to see the Rays play a lot more often. So the capacity is 9,500, not bad there, and the Rays actually are familiar with it because they have played spring training ball there before. I think it's a pretty nice complex, nice ballpark. For what it is outside of the Tampa Bay area, I think it is a realistic option for the Rays. Number 4, we're going to throw out Charlotte Sports Park, which is the Tampa Bay Rays spring training facility. And I mean, I'm kind of just I'm saying Charlotte Sports Park because it's the Rays facility and they kind of get to choose to do what they want with it. But all of the minor league ballparks in the Tampa Bay area, Clearwater, Dunedin, etc., they all kind of fall under the same category. But this is probably the most realistic because the Rays get to choose what goes on here. And it has Rays stuff all over the place. So going back to the whole Steinbrenner Field thing, you don't got to worry about that. I actually went there for the first time this year, spring training. It's nice for what it is. It's a spring training ballpark, capacity 7,670. I'm not sure if it'll be a great idea or if the MLB would even want to have a major league team in a small city like Port Charlotte, but it should be mentioned because it is the Rays spring training facility. So I just listed 4 options, and those 4 options, some better than others, they all have the same issue, and that is the fact that they are not covered. Weather is an issue, guys. There's a lot of people that hate on the Trop because it's a dome, because you don't get fresh air, this, that, and the other, but it's a dome for a reason. Summers in Florida are trouble. 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., every other day you're getting a thunderstorm. The amount of postponed games, the amount of batting practices that get canceled, all of these things add up to be a disadvantage for a Major League Baseball team. And I'm specifically talking about thunderstorms too. I know people will say it's 95 degrees, 100% humidity, nobody wants to sit in that. I'm not talking about comfort anymore. I'm talking about feasibility. The Trop is destroyed. Being uncomfortable in the stands as a fan, we're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about the Rays being comfortable and having a place to play where they don't have to deal with all of these changes and movements and postponements and canceled practices. That's what we're looking at here. So with that being said, the 5th option is sharing Lone Depot Park with the Miami Marlins. This is an option and an idea that I've already seen thrown around on social media. It is, as a fan, like I just mentioned, it's not ideal. It's technically in driving distance, but not going to be seeing many people out there for any games. And the fact that it's a retractable roof is the reason that it's on this list. You don't have to deal with those thunderstorms, and that would make the team a lot more comfortable. And guys, when you think about Major League Baseball, okay, if you worked for the MLB and talking about the clashing of schedules with the Miami Marlins and the Tampa Bay Rays, remember, schedules for next year, 2025, they've already been made. They're already good to go. But these are circumstances that nobody could have expected, so some changes may have to be made. Working for the MLB, would you rather get all of the scheduling changes done, in place, set in stone beforehand, being like, okay, the Miami Marlins play these days at home, the Rays have these many home games, these many clash, these many don't clash, how many can we make like a double header where we can just move the times instead of the dates so that both teams can play on the same day? How many is it not feasible and we have to actually move the dates instead of just moving the times? Get all of that done beforehand, or play in, let's say, a Steinbrenner field. And guess what, guys? We just had a thunderstorm 3 days in a row in Tampa at 7:30, and we just had to postpone a whole entire series, and we have to find room to fit that series later into the season. And oh yeah, 2 weeks later, we just had some more thunderstorms, and 2 of those 3 games during that series got canceled. We got to find room later in the schedule to, you see what I'm saying? I think working for the MLB, I would think it would make more sense to get all of that stuff done beforehand. Just say, Rays, Marlins, you guys are sharing this place, and we'll figure out the schedules, and we'll move on with the season. There won't be all these postponements and canceled batting practices and all this stuff. Yeah, I can't believe we're talking about this. So these are the 5 options I'm just throwing out there I wanted to speak on. Obviously, people are saying Montreal, go to Oakland, all of these things. I mean, technically anything is possible at this point because there are no even like realistic rumors or realistic paths or direction that the Rays and the MLB are putting out there right now. Anything is open at this point, but I just wanted to give options that are all in Florida and should be looked at. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your comments down below as to what you maybe think is the best option, maybe most feasible option, and the option you would like most as a fan. I'm curious to hear. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. Go Rays. Y'all have a blessed one.